Who is Julius Maada Bio? To understand this crisis, we need to know the man behind the threat, Julius Maada Bio. He's the president of Sierra Leone and was elected the new chairman of Ecowas, the Economic Community of West African States, in July 2025. A former military man himself, Bio led Sierra Leone through a delicate transition from civil war to relative peace. But now, as Ecowas faces an unprecedented rebellion by Sahel states, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, Bio's leadership style is raising serious questions. Known for his firm hand and zero-tolerance stance on military coups, Bio has quickly taken an aggressive posture against the new juntas ruling these nations. In his first days as ECOWAS chair, he made headlines with an explosive declaration: Traoré and his Sahel coalition must step down or prepare for consequences. We will not allow the region to descend into military tyranny. What did he mean by consequences? That's where this story gets darker. Observers argue that Bio's military background is influencing his diplomatic strategy, turning what should be negotiations into power struggles. His rise to ECOWAS leadership was supported heavily by pro-Western states, who now expect him to correct what they see as the Sahel's dangerous deviation from democratic norms. The Sahel Coalition, a background check. The Sahel region has become ground zero for anti-colonial resistance and military rule in recent years. Mali saw its government overthrown in 2021. Burkina Faso, under the fiery leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, followed in 2022. Niger, once considered a Western ally, joined the ranks with a coup in 2023. Together, these nations formed the Alliance of Sahel States, a bloc that rejected ECOWAS, criticized French and Western influence, and began aligning themselves with Russia and China. These moves angered ECOWAS and alarmed the West. But for the Sahel leaders, it was about sovereignty, survival, and silencing neo-colonial voices. Traoré, young and charismatic, became the face of this movement. He boldly declared, "We don't take orders from Paris or Abuja. Our people will not be ruled by outsiders." But that independence has come at a cost, one that ECOWAS, now led by Bio, is no longer willing to tolerate. The ultimatum: step down or die. In an extraordinary summit on July 2, 2025, Bio delivered a speech that reportedly contained an ominous message. We will restore democracy in the Sahel, by dialogue or by force. Leaders who cling to power through the barrel of a gun must understand they will be removed, dead or alive. International media scrambled to confirm the quote, while ECOWAS officials insisted the language was symbolic. But behind closed doors, intelligence leaks revealed that military options were already being considered. Some claim assassination plots were even discussed. Could ECOWAS really be plotting to eliminate Traoré and other junta leaders? It wouldn't be the first time. In 2022, an attempted ECOWAS-backed intervention in Mali failed spectacularly. Since then, the bloc has tried sanctions, diplomatic isolation, and even border closures. But the Sahel states have only grown more united and defiant. With West African regional stability hanging by a thread, ECOWAS may be gambling everything on one final move. Regional tensions hit a boiling point. The Sahel leaders didn't take the threat lightly. Within 24 hours of Bio's statement, all three governments issued joint warnings. Traoré himself, in a fiery televised address, said, "We are not afraid of death, but those who send threats should know. We fight back harder. Our soil is not for sale, and our people are not your subjects."
And Vugu Nyosi, Black Revolutionary now. Just want to bring you this video on the new president of ECOWAS, and his name is Julius Maada Bio, and he's from Sierra Leone. And yes, we have another puppet. We have another white supremacist supporter who is standing in the way of African countries that want to break away from these colonial grip. And yes, he threatened the AES countries, specifically Burkina Faso, specifically Ibrahim Traoré, and say, step down or else. And we all know this is a script that was handed to him by his white paymasters. We've seen this story play out so many times. But we know in 2025, this is a new day. And these tactics and these rhetoric and these threats don't work anymore. Julius Maada, instead of you taking care of your country, knowing that the white man, the same white man who give you that script to go against the AES nations to get their independence and freedom, you rather stand in the way and be on the wrong side of history as a so-called black man to stand against black nations who is trying to break away from these white supremacist colonial grip. So when you look at Ecowas, which he's the new president of, we all know, that Ecowas is funded and controlled by white people. Yes. So when you have this so-called West African alliance that was put in place by white people, but you have black puppets, black Negroes who control it, and all they do is stand in the way of black sovereignty in Africa. This was the same group a few years ago wanted to go and pick up arms and put back a puppet leader in Niger, Mohamed Bazoum. And these people was on the side of France and America to try to put back a so-called democratic sellout Negro to keep Niger poor and to keep them white supremacists exploiting Niger. And yes, we had Mali and we had Burkina Faso came to Niger defense and say, if you attack Niger, you attack us. So this Ecowas stand down. And that's proof right there that we are stronger together. Once we form together as a group and protect each other, we are not vulnerable or by ourselves so people can attack us. So that is proof right there in real time that when we unify as black people to come together to fight this common enemy, white supremacists and their Negroes like Julius Maada, we understand that they don't have a fighting chance. So now Julius Maada is threatening the AES countries. He is speaking on behalf of his white mommy and daddy doing their dirty, nasty work to try to go against black people who look just like him. When you look at his country are in the situation his country is in today is because of white people. The same white people that hand him the script to go after Ibrahim Traoré and of course the AES. But today's a new day, and they will do everything in their power, because they have tried everything: threats, sanction, assassination, propaganda, lies, yes, paying people or terrorists to destabilize the country. This is how wicked these people are. So when we talk about white supremacy, it's white vigility. They are weak. They are weak. Yes, and of course we see Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso taking back their resources, nationalizing their resources and making money. So much so, all this Orano and brick gold mining, foreign gold mining company is going bankrupt. It's a beautiful thing to see African people taking their wealth back in their hand, taking their resources back in their hand, so it could work for their people. So when you have a Negro, a puppet sellout, a white supremacist supporter, Julius Maada, against that, we all know who the enemy is. We all know the script that is handed to this puppet Negro. Just imagine that. His country is poor and suffering, and the same people that cause his country to be poor, to be impoverished, is the same people that hand him the script so he could do their dirty work for them. It's crazy, fam. You can't make this up. It shows you how these people will sell their soul and sell out their country just for some trinkets, just so the West could pat them in the head and say, okay, a good Negro, I'll give you a few million, and I give you a house in France, or I give you a house in America, or somewhere in Europe, so you could be around racist white people, so you could sell out your own people for that. Negroes doesn't understand. They will use you until they have no use for you. And once they have no use for you, they will do the same thing that you are trying to do to your own people. So Julius Maada, you are sellout. You are Negro. And you are our enemy, because you are on the wrong side of history, trying to take down your own people, knowing the reason why Africa is in a state it is in today is because of the same people that hand you that script, the same people who destroy and exploit African nations. These are the same people you are doing your dirty work for. Shame on you. Shame on you, Julius Maada. Shame on you. So I just wanted us to drop that video because we have to keep our hands on these Negroes' neck and let them know This is a new day, and you could walk on the wrong side of history, and you could align yourself with all these white supremacists who is trying to take down Africa. But guess what? We are on the right side of history, and we're gonna take you down, just like how we're gonna take your paymaster and your white supremacist mommy and daddy down. Is the same way we're gonna take you down. Peace and black power. Black revolutionary now.